This is going to be a brief video on all the handgun ammunition, at least factory loads that I have sitting around at the moment. And with any caliber, I suggest buying multiple brands, trying to see what feeds best, what runs best for you, and especially for home defense and concealed carry, whatever grain load that you like to carry, you should always at least practice in some part with that same weight, so you have the feeling for the recoil down. I guess I'll start over here. This is all the 40 Smith & Wesson that I have right now. This is the load that I carry in my Glock 27. This is the PDX-1 Winchester 180 grain jacketed bonded hollow point. It's a great round. But this here below it is, if you can see it, it says 180 grain bonded jagged hollow point. It's the exact same ammo, only this is nickel plated on the brass and this isn't. And these, I think I paid $22 for this box, and then it's 20 in that box. These, you get 50 rounds per box, and I think I paid 15 a box or 14, something like that, at a gun show. And this is all my just target ammo. Here's a few boxes of PMC bronze, Winchester white box, some MagTech, Blazer aluminum, and some of this Fiocchi. But this is kind of odd. It says 170 grain, and I don't know if I've ever had any 40 Smith & Wesson that was 170 grain. It seems to be that most of it's 165 or 180 grain. Got a bunch of this Federal 410. This is the 2.5 inch triple aught buck from a Judge, and I mean, this is great. It's pretty inexpensive. You get 20 of them for $12 in most places, and the buckshot is it's copper plated, so it doesn't spread that far. There's a lot of people think, or at least people that I've talked to, a lot of people think that it's going to spread real far with that copper plating and that short barrel with the rifling. The spread isn't that far. And Walmart snuck this one in on me. I didn't even know they made this 410 handgun ammo and 4-shot like this. But I let my neighbor shoot the gun at the range one day, and I didn't see any holes in the target. And I brought the target in, looked down range, and it was just little tiny holes everywhere. I didn't even realize that the Federal Premium made that. And this is what I usually keep loaded in my nightstand. This is the PDX-1 410 ammo. This is great. There's 3 copper-plated discs along with 12 copper-plated BBs behind it. I usually keep a couple of these with a couple of these behind it. And this is all the 45 Colt to go along with the Judge. I mean, this is Georgia Arms. For inexpensive ammo, this is decent stuff, but my local range won't let me bring it in. They're trying to tell me it's reloads, and I know that they do sell reloads, but this is all new. I mean, if you look at the label, it says new ammunition. It's all brand new brass. Whatever. I got some property on the country. Maybe someday I'll make it out there with it. But 50 rounds for $26, you can't beat that. I got a few boxes of this Winchester Super X 45 Colt 255 grain. This here at Walmart's like $18 for 20. And I got this at the local Bass Pro Shop a couple weeks ago. This is basically the same thing, but it's paid $33, I believe, for that at Bass Pro. Here's some 380. This is what I carry in my little Diamondback, the Powerball. It's kind of pricey. I ran a few through it at the range, but I have no reason to believe that this, for any reason, would not feed correctly. I got a few other different hollow points just to try them. I got this pretty cheap at a gun show too. This was this PMC Starfire. I think I gave $12-13 a box, and the guy that I bought it from had anything from 380 through 940, 45. I think he had 38 Special and 357 Magnum too, and they were all the exact same price. So I bought a few different boxes just to try it. I mean, for that kind of price, whatever. I don't think I'd carry it, but just for trying out at the range, I guess. And here's this PMC Bronze. I bought this from that same guy. It was pretty cheap, but I don't care how cheap it is. I'll never buy this shit again. I mean, the last couple of times I've been to the range, I've never had any trouble with that Diamondback. And I had 4 or 5 failure to feeds the last time I was at the range, and it was only with the PMC Bronze. As soon as I opened up a box of this Blazer aluminum, no trouble, period. And this PMC sure seems to run really dirty because I got some PMC 389 and 40, and it always seems whenever I run even just a box of this through one of my guns at the range, when it comes time to clean them when I get home, they're so dirty. I mean, even this cheap Federal doesn't get my gun dirty like that. And this Blazer, I don't know, a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's great. I mean, it's a little bit cheaper than the brass, and I've never had any trouble with it. It almost seems like it's got a different feel and sound when you shoot it too. I don't know what it is. Here's a bunch of 9mm ammo. I can't really tell you the last time I shot either one of my 9mm. I sold the Walther. That's the last time I shot one, and that was probably 6 months ago. I got all this Fiocchi. I mean, they'll let me shoot this box at the range, the 124 grain, and then this 115 grain. I don't know why they won't let me shoot it, but they won't. I can shoot this, but not this. I mean, they're just jerk-offs over there. They all act like they know everything, and half of them don't know anything that they're talking about. It just irritates me. And they're trying to tell me the last time I was over there about some of these other ammos that you can't run. There's some brand that they sell at Walmart that's a steel case. And they were telling me that you can't shoot that because it might ricochet back at you. And it's not a steel jacket, you dumbass. It's a steel case. I don't know, whatever. I mean, but I suggest, I guess, too, if you're shooting at an indoor range, before you go and buy too much ammo of any one kind, probably better off asking them if they'll let you even bring it in. And don't do like me and spend like $500 on a 1,000-round cases of this Georgia Arms because, you know, it's cheap and then you can't even shoot it. And here's just a few boxes, or a couple boxes of the Federal 115 grain stuff you get at Walmart cheap. And then there's a box of this PMC Starfire 9mm I bought with that 380 ammo. And this is, if I do ever actually carry that Kel-Tec, this is what I load it with, the Hornady Critical Defense. I love this stuff, and it's not quite as expensive as some of the other higher end jacketed hollow point ammo. And this here, I don't know why I got this. I mean, I drove all the way out to this gun shop on Black Friday because there's no sales tax on firearms here in South Carolina on Black Friday, and they didn't have but like 4 or 5 guns in the entire store, and it's owned by police officers, and a couple of the guns just looked, they were Glock 22s and stuff, they're all worn out, they're probably police trade-ins, and they were trying to sell me on something because if you pay for it that day, you can still pick it up if they order for you later at the same price with no tax, but their prices were pretty ridiculous. I drove to my normal gun shop and bought my Glock 27 like an hour later. And I felt bad for talking to the guy, and I thought I kind of was wasting his time. I guess I wasn't. It was his job to talk to customers. But I asked him if he had any type of 9mm hollow point, because at the time I only had 1 or 2 boxes, and I wanted something else. And this is all he had, and he charged me $18 for it. I thought it was absolutely out of this world ridiculous, but I bought it anyway. I don't know. I don't think I'd even want to feed that through anything. I guess maybe that old Ruger. I don't know how corrosive this is. At least it isn't steel case. I got a lot of reloads and all cases of all this other George Arms. You get 500-round cans or 1,000-round cans fairly cheap, and I got a couple cans in 9mm and .40 Smith & Wesson. I shoot occasionally when I make it out to the country. That's it.